Okay, so I'm just going to try and turn this up just a little more. Maybe like right here. Okay, so I'm just kind of playing around in OBS right now. Yeah, let's go with that. Cool. All right. Welcome everybody to Accounting for Cycling. I am Mike. Let's see. Where am I? I am the gentleman, the dashing gentleman there on the bike in this title picture here. So we will transition over to that. And cool. Ha ha ha. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Thought it was actually going to open up in the correct screen for once. So, let me just... Cool. So, hi, buddy. I am Mike. If you've been to one of my live streams, if you have seen one of my live streams before, welcome back. If you're new here, I appreciate you stopping by. So today I am going to adventure around New York. New York was one of the first worlds that I actually did when I started Zwifting back in 2018, quite a time ago. For some reason, the route badges, they're not there. That's fine. We'll get new ones. But also, not sponsored, but I am a First Endurance Insider. I am also an affiliate partner of First Endurance. I'm going to give their new EFS Pro Lemon Water a go for, yeah, see how it works out. Usually I use EFS Pro when I'm in a race or like a longer ride. This is the old stuff, lemon lime. I don't know, I'll probably make a video about the differences, but yeah, I don't know, the baggie you get an extra pound was pretty cool. Normally when I ride inside, I use just their regular EFS. It's a, mostly because it's quite a bit less expensive, but also, I don't know, like, it gets the job done. It still gives you the carbs that you need to kind of keep pushing, keep performing, but also, you know, you get that cost benefit factor. You know, probably just, oh, hey, somebody's here. Hi. Say something in the chat if you're still here. Here, let me awkwardly step over here. All right. So, yeah, it just kind of gives you the carbs to keep going when you're doing harder efforts, keeps electrolytes flowing through. And when you use it in kind of a larger bottle like this, you know, it dilutes it enough where you still get mostly water, but also you get the benefits of that hydration. It's also always good to keep some actual water around, especially when you're riding inside. It tends to get hot. And then, you know, an extra water bottle. This one's a grape noon tab. Not necessarily for the electrolytes, just because, oh, the flavor's interesting, and I have a ton of it. So, yeah. Ooh. This wheeled cart is great until it's not. There we go. Excellent. Now we've actually got some space here. So, also, so if this is your first time here, or if I just haven't shown it, this is actually where I'm monitoring the stream in the chat, is my field monitor for my cameras. It dawned on me a couple of weeks ago that like I could use that for that, because it's just an HDMI in, and here we go. All right. Let's go. You can say one person in the chat. Do we want to do... See if that still works. Nice. Still figuring all this out. Do we want to do more elevation or distance? I'm thinking elevation. I don't know. after the Packers loss. You know, yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Let's do Knickerbocker. If I remember right, this is a painful one for me. Lead in 0.2 miles, 19 feet. 90 minutes or less for most riders. We'll probably be closer to that 90 minutes or even longer. So, yeah, let's go for it. Here we go. I might actually adjust the camera a little bit. So today I'm wearing the GOREWEAR Distance 2.0 bibs, also an affiliate partner with Gore. If you've been watching my videos, watching my streams, you'll know I'm an affiliate partner basically with any of the brands I actually use. So if I use the brand and I like the brand, I'll reach out to see if they want to partner up, and usually it just means if you use my links to purchase something, I get a small commission from it. And especially off Amazon links, those are like 1% commissions or less. But hey, it's better than nothing, and it does go right back towards the channel. Hey, second person joined. Cool. All right. Just gonna get. What is that blinking? Yeah, I think I say this all the time. I really should have worn my glasses. But, hey, c'est la vie. Also, if I do start singing, I do not own any of the copyrights to any of these songs. I apologize in advance for my terrible singing. But, yeah, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy. If you are also on Zwift, say hi. Feel free to join along. I'm just doing some like last minute stretches down here. I noticed in previous streams, oh, this one's super bright. Better? No. Is that better? Definitely not. It's really not better. All right. Pretty sure I'm making it worse. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to adjust my lights here, because they are quite bright. There, that might be better. Oh. So when you're outside and getting on and off the bike, it's nice because you can rotate it, or you can do this super cool, like, lift it forward and basically hop on. Inside, though, not as much. I do have the Tacx Neo 2T with the motion rocker plates. And the trainer itself does allow for a little bit of side-to-side motion. Oh man, that is still like really blown out. Okay, that's really not. Okay, never mind. It's just my side that's really blown out. Also came to the realization here I was talking about Zwift, but I did not even have it open. Cool. All right. Anyways, let's go. Interesting. Oh, it's a 7% grade, that's why. I'm on like the absolute lowest gear possible that's still grinding pretty bad. This is the part I always forget. All 19 of those initial feet just happen right away. All right. I don't know if featherweight actually helps me. These are the kind of things that I should actually research. What do the actual little power-up things do? The difference is, though, I don't really use them all that much, so they don't make a huge difference to me. Let's see. Okay. Why is there no audio? Uh-oh. Let's see. Really makes sense to at least keep a pair of glasses over here. Okay, I think I see some green stuff moving. That isn't just me. I don't just want to be like completely silent here. Mostly because like the Zwift world does offer quite a bit of like sight sounds. It's really great to just kind of break up the monotony of riding inside. Otherwise, if you're just doing like resistance workouts inside by yourself, that can get really boring. And allows for people like me to just kind of tour around. I don't mind doing the workouts, but I don't know. I'd rather get like the sights and sounds versus doing like a 4x100 and just, yeah, sprints. Highly doubt that I'll do it, but at some point soon I have to start considering doing brick workouts. And for those unfamiliar with what a brick workout is, basically you go from one discipline to another, back to back. And it's to help train you for multi-sport events. And since I don't have access to a pool, basically just means run, bike, run, bike, run, bike, run, bike, run, bike. Maybe like lay on the ground, do some swimming motions. And just go full like weird. All right, so we're still going pretty easy here. This is the new EFS Pro Lemon Water. Won't taste exactly what you would think lemon water would taste like. Maybe with like a little sweet touch to it. But I could definitely see that being for like during a race, just something nice and refreshing. And then the old one, the lemon lime, still tastes pretty good. Definitely doesn't taste like a soda, but I feel like if it was carbonated, it would maybe be more like a Sprite. but that can sometimes get a little distracting when you go and reach for something and you want just to be refreshing. And you end up getting something that tastes like a soda, and you're like, oh, it still tastes good, but I want something just to feel good. Currently fan count, well, got ceiling fan, and then the Wuzu oscillating fan down below. I don't know if they're still trendy or whatever, but they're the Costco Wuzu globe fans that are dual oscillating. So I know it's abnormally high heart rate. Trying to make sure it doesn't also like rob my trainer. Here we go. Let's see. 147, 147. Not bad. Basically just have to enjoy the relative flatness, because once we get the steep stuff, that is where I do not excel. I'm also a little stuffy. I'm sure only a little bit has to do with going from like, it was like -10 actual last week, with wind chills closer to like -30 plus, -40 Fahrenheit. So just cold. And then now it's like 15 again Fahrenheit. It's like -3, 4 Celsius. But that just kind of screws with your breathing. On top of that, also, still going through year-end close, so added stress, added hours, added workload, all the goodies. Really helps keep you healthy. Compared to prior years, though, especially before I switched over to just taking a multivitamin in general, and switching over to First Endurance's Multi-V, which was like one of my first jumps into their product line. Like the worst as far as sickness I get is like sniffles and stuffy. So can't complain too much. Oh, here comes Big Peloton. No. I left the Wuzu remote just out of reach. prefer using the Wuzoo because it's quiet, but still gets a really good amount of airflow over you versus the giant like 20-inch fan, which pushes a lot of air at you. It's also very loud. If this was on a different course, I would potentially consider hopping off and getting that remote. But then I have to start back up the hill. Here we go. I'm going to do that. Take advantage of the downhill. So, yeah, the realism factor right there, where like it's hopped off the bike. It's not exactly the most realistic, but this trainer mimic rolling downhill, just like it automatically changes the resistance. Oh, that's not even a tired yawn. But yeah, it'll mimic the resistance of going uphill, downhill too, obviously, and actually be able to like move the cassette forward, which is really cool, on top of being just like dead silent. Let's see if that works a little bit better. I'm gonna squeeze, crush my chest a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that is good. Something too that you'll notice if you see me out at races, I like to label my bottles. Yeah, obviously I've got the color code on there, so I can just like quickly look down, reach. Usually, especially during a race, like one of them will have like a caffeine in it. So if you need a little extra boost, just but with these ones, they're both carb drinks, neither with caffeination in them. Let's see what this does. Featherweight. We haven't even hit the big incline declines yet. Hey. catch up to a group so I can do a like a ride-on drop. Another contributing factor to a little bit of a stuffiness today. Oh, so I had some drinks during the game, as a lot of Packer fans did. But as far as the season goes, I think it was a huge success. Like, going into the season, I don't think many people gave the team a chance to even hit 500. And then, you know, halfway through the season, it was not looking great. There's such a great development among all the young players. They really hit a great cadence. Winning a playoff game, too, in Love's first year. Like, that's just incredible. And, of course, we had to face the 49ers, which I don't know why they're our kryptonite, but they are. Ooh, yeah. Let's take advantage of the downhills. Because at some point we're going to get uphill. This is another 1,000 feet of elevation. So, I also definitely think I need to re-index my gears on the high end. You might be able to hear that da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's like telltale that something's rubbing. And with even just like the slightest bump, not even a full shift, it was clicking into the next gear. So, add the list. At least it's inside. During the Pewaukee duathlon, and then again Pewaukee, same course for the 1848 state championships. My chain popped out, same spot both times, and I mean that was just the front chain rings on the cranks were like worn completely. One of them actually bent, and I had bent it back after the diabetes metric century, and I mean it was a good enough fix for the time while I waited for a new part to come in from Praxis Works, and just replace the big chain, little chain, checked the chain as well, and the cassette too. As we'll run on shortly for some viewers. So you know, in 30 seconds auto ad gets me a little bit of money. I'm gonna keep riding through it, so if you have YouTube Premium, or if it's like a skippable ad too, you know, I'll be here. All right. What is this? Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. Not bad. Can't resist a sprint. Oh, yeah. Oh. After the way that Love performed yesterday in the season, he's got a hell of a future in Green Bay. Like if he gets better, even better. All right. Oh yeah. We found the hill. The cool part though is this goes up to the no, we're not gonna turn around. To the -18 performance condition. Thanks, watch. Here we go. Come on. Well, that's not great. There we go. All right. So I gotta hit the front one too. Positive though. If we're out on the road, I'll just probably like tap that with my heel. I try to be nice to my bikes, mostly because I can't afford to replace them. Okay, KOM arch. That sounds enjoyable. There we go. I just gave that guy a ride on. All right. Actually, I don't even know if I have anybody watching here right now. Steering device disconnected, of course. But if you are here, say hi in the chat. Yeah. Well, this looks great. 6.5%. Average too. Some reprieve. I'm trying not to have to turn on the big fan. I might have to. So I chose this one because I've done it before. It's been challenging in the past. Previously on that first climb, like it would just be like my legs are just burning and on fire. I feel like I'm much better today. Oh, excuse me. To be fair, that was my Ceres Magneto M2, whichever it was, wheel-on trainer, which causes a little bit of slippage when you start getting into these extreme climbs. But versus this direct drive on the Neo 2T, and just direct drive in general, you have very realistic, very accurate drive. But as I was saying, I really want to do this one again. It's been challenging before, which just really kicked my ass. And here comes another one. Let's take advantage of this downhill here. There we go. Lost count of my gearing. It's a big thing on this mild stack tour is the brifters have a little window to tell you like how far in or out of gearing you are, and Movado does too. Oh, but those are trigger shifters versus brifters. Like, that's just one more thing to go wrong. Shouldn't have gone up by here. Dude, I'm not stopped. Problem is you have to keep your cadence up a certain amount. There's no way I was hitting first. It's like, hey, up your cadence. Otherwise they're gonna pretend that you're not even going. Definitely riding. I don't have anybody to draft off of, so I can't even use the draft here. See if we got another step here. Nope. So it's fan directly that way. This song sucks. Here we go. Oh. It's Charlie, baby. Bikini. That's so we get free. See, I'll do a bigger effort. Let's see if this will. Super. I've been looking for a good time. Good time. Come on. No, we're still pedaling. There we go. There we go. Discuss it if I can't stop it. Yay! Still probably should have stayed in the small gear, but yeah, get it while you can. So, if you've done this route before, let me know in the chat how you did, whether you're watching now or watching later. I know I kind of want to sprint this, but I also know we're drop on big gear with a big chain before we're trying to hit that. Let's see, I got another minute and a half left. Oh shit, I hope not. Going up here. I was really trying to not hit the brakes on the controllers. Yeah. That sounds about right for the heart rate. Oh, positive. It's only 500 more feet of elevation. What's drafting? Is like, yeah, whatever. I just wasted that. Yay! Burn. It doesn't actually let you crash into people. Plenty of people, myself included, have tried. So, small victory. I'm going to end up having to turn these two fans on, which I imagine is just obscenely loud. I mean, it gets pretty loud in here too, but let's do it. Wee. Bonk. Doesn't let you go over there. Let's try. Oh, it doesn't let me get in the bike lane. That's weird. Alright, oh, let's let it steer. Hope that didn't just screw up my badge. It might have. No, it's still on it. All right. small amounts of elevation. I think it'd be kind of cool to be able to opt into, like, pull one of these chariot things. So, yeah, survived all that, surprisingly. Not totally surprisingly. I was kind of confident in it. And of course, all my fears of thinking I was way too bright on the camera. Now it's, of course, we've lost the sunlight, so... Daylight is getting longer, so there's that. Relative flatness. Don't miss out on the sweet, sweet live stream stuff. It's out here, Zwifting through Central Park. Excuse me. Share. Song's kind of blah too. Oh, here we go. All right. Gotta get this cadence back up. Still doing pretty good time-wise. So, finished off the lemon water EFS Pro. It's delicious, refreshing. If it was cold, it would have been even better. But like, when you prep your bottles at like 10 a.m. for what was supposed to be, I think, an 11 a.m. live stream, it turned to a 4:30 live stream. Ice kind of melts. I didn't want to go down and get more. So, still, tasted great, very refreshing. I'll have it linked down below in the description, along with, I think the description erroneously says, I'm using the C5 Opti Bibs. These are actually the Distance 2.0. It's actually a slightly thinner chamois in it, but also substantially fewer seams, very premium, comfortable fabric. It's like second skin. It's got the windstopper cup in it, so on chillier rides, you know, keep your private bits nice and cool, or nice and warm, or out the wind. Oh no, hills, my kryptonite. But yeah, they're just supremely comfortable. I've got two pairs of the 2.0, and then I also have the original Distance bibs too, which are also extremely comfy. But I think Gore's website is down just like extra small men's. The sizing, at least for men's, is like very true to size, like based on what you would wear for like boxer briefs, or like running tights. So like I wear large in those. Large fits perfect. Even though like I am also a larger guy. Oh, this person hit me. I feel like you should get extra points for that. You endured a head-on collision. But yeah, they feel very true to size, very comfortable, very durable too, which is great. I've tried some cheaper pairs of bibs, some of the like off-label ones. They're usually really good for like the first couple of rides, but after a couple of months of keeping them in a regular rotation, the pad really starts to degrade on the cheaper ones. But I've noticed with Gore, with Pearl, Zumi, you get a great comfortable ride. Pad lasts basically forever. Like, I wore these for a triathlon, multiple duathlons. They're incredible. When you run in them, you don't get that diapery feeling because they are so true to size and just basically functions like an extension of you. I imagine a dedicated tri-suit would still feel better, but once you start getting too dedicated of clothing, it gets very expensive. But still 350 more feet of climbing. It's coming. It's not so bad when it's like gentle rolling hills, but when you just get like slammed with that immediate uphill, like 10-15% grade, it's like, oh, just grinds you to a halt. Biggest reason I put gloves on for this ride was sweat wiping. Very important reminder, wash your gloves. It's like when you're out on rides, especially like outside or during races, like you wipe sweat off, you're like, oh, hack things into them. You gotta wash them. And don't know if people are actually going to see this as far into the stream, but if you do wash your gloves, flip them inside out. Don't run them through the dryer, but if you do a low heat or it's like air only, so just tumble it. Same thing for bibs, other like performance wear. You don't want to use fabric softener, or at least not a ton of it, because it'll clog up the pores in the sweat wicking fabric and degrade, I think it's like degrade colors faster, and sometimes just kind of stick into the fabric. There we go. That's why you do hills. It'll really tell you what's wrong with your bike and with you. But it's a little bit. That's just regular water. Good palate cleanser. Oh, my avatar is still up off the bike. I was thinking about potentially doing a challenge where like you have to do whatever your Zwift avatar does. It's like if they're up out the saddle, you've got to be up on the saddle too. If they take a drink, you take a drink. But really, it's not great. Only thing I can imagine is, since I'm also running my watch, that it's like pulling from that too. So, I don't know, if you've experienced that on Zwift before, let me know. I used to have an issue with it all the time. I've got a USB hub over here that runs my little Stream Deck here, but it also used to have my Ant Plus dongle on it. It was just one of those little like tiny USB ones, and it would drop out all the time. With this newer one I've got though, I haven't had that issue at all until now. So maybe it's just because I'm running my watch too, because otherwise you don't get your like recovery time, which recovery time on your Garmin devices is just telling you how long you should wait before doing that exact level of effort again. So like if I wanted to go out for a recovery run after this, like basically be a go for the gold, but then also would expect that my recovery would be terrible, and I would for sure be overreaching in my training status, which I might be anyways. I'm very much in a build phase. And as such, oh, come on. Damn it. Well, that's fun. At least now I know that. I got that taken care of. And awesome. Only on an 8% grade. That's spectacular. Alright. Let's just degrease or wipe. Well, that's awesome. Great. All right. All right. So basically, we're going to go ahead and treat this like a 1x. Excellent. Nothing like a chain drop to just be like, oh yeah, embarrassing. All right. It's going to tighten that up some. Okay, that's better. For those that don't know, on drifters, well, actually I think most shifters, there's a quick adjust up here, and meant for exactly this. Or like if you're noticing shifting issues, you can just on the fly, especially with the big ring. Small one, you got to go back to the derailleur. But slice you just like little tweaks. Here we go. It's getting smoother. I'd say the big downside to a nice electromagnetic trainer is when you're on an 8% grade, it's still treating it like you're starting fresh from an 8% grade. Which is not ideal. Granted, traditional gravity and wind isn't in effect in Zwift, but they do calculate gravity based on height, weight. So, like 6 foot 250, 8% grade still kicks my ass. But you get the benefits of downhill, which is very accurate in real life too. Yeah, so I can't really tell if anybody is watching. I don't get those kind of stats, I guess. But, like I've just got the YouTube studio one here. It's like notoriously undercounts in this behind versus the actual live, which I don't know. again. But what's this? Oh, not bad. NOTD and Shy Martin. Keep you mine. If you are watching though, leave something in the chat, hit like, subscribe if you're not. It's something like 98% of my viewers are not subscribed. It's kind of frustrating. But I get it. Here we go. If you are watching right now, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. It's more, I only had like a handful of live streams, and I'm trying to make it a more regular thing. Just, you know, hopefully if more people do come on or hop on these, we maybe get like an actual chat going. I'll of course try and respond in real time as much as I can. If I'm out here like pumping out crazy lots, it's gonna take me a second. But also, if you're on Zwift, hop on, join me. Yeah. Made it to the top. We've only got something like 60, 70 more feet of climbing. Could do this. Now, of course, I'm a little worried about getting up on the sail. I don't want to, there might be a fart coming. I don't think anybody needs to hear that in quality audio. Oh, this one's got it just down there. Okay. Yeah, I've got to push the outer limit on my real derailleur out just a touch. That way, in the smallest chain, or the smallest ring. Hey, David Hissner. Also Team RWB. It's a veteran service organization that looks to enrich veterans' lives through physical activity, fraternity, and just kind of, togetherness, support. When you go out to races, you're almost certain to see at least one member of Team RWP out there, either as a participant, somebody coordinating the race, volunteer. This really helps. Really help to go out there, promote activity and fitness. It's great for the mental health, and especially if you've experienced some terrible, terrible things. It's nice to get out there, kind of clear your mind with, bike ride, run, walks, snowshoeing, ice skating, anything and everything. All right. I was wondering if I changed from my Smart Trainer to power pedals, maybe? I don't know. I will likely be setting up a different profile on my watch. That's just like spin bike, heart rate only. So I can only imagine that was part of the issue. All right. Coming up on the finish here. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, yeah. And I hit level 18. Whatever. Classic it is. All right. Whatever. Do an arrow boost. All right. So, normally, gotta catch my breath. Normally, I would have, go for like an even 20 or something. I'm just gonna do a cool down. Oh. That was a good route. I don't know if that even hit anybody. Yeah, a little sweaty. But, yeah. Whew. All right, so that's gone. Luckily, I've got my Yeti tumbler still filled with fresh water. And my old blue Bevo bottle. Just has like I said this earlier, a grape noon tab in it. There we go. It's slides right in. Coming out, it's a little, still does it, but my cage bolts stick up a little high for it, so it scratched it, but like, it's a steel water bottle. The paint does give you a little bit of a benefit of like better grip, but little scratches aren't gonna cut it up too much. Like, so a little bit about my Zwift setup here. It's like a multiple pain cave because it's my home office, it's my studio, and pain cave for riding. So there's also room for like doing other workouts. My floor is almost completely just like those like exercise mat materials over here. It just makes for easier cleanup. Whether it's like you take a quick drink and it spills down on the floor. When it's just me here, my dog will come in, like I'll bring in one of her beds. She'll sleep there, and she's like notorious for knocking her water over. Because she's just gotta walk around in her blankie. But also then for like bike maintenance, this camera is right next to my bike stand, which is collapsible. So I do have it like set up so it's upright, but it's collapsed downwards to get out of the way. But like when you're putting new chain oil on, it's kind of a messy job. So it's just much easier to clean up than on a carpet. All right. There we go. Let's go way down here. Right up the rest of this hill. Because like, like if we were actually out on a ride going downhill like this, for sure I would be coasting as far as possible. But I think I'm just gonna let it go to, yeah, still got decent speed going. All right. But yeah, anyway, so in my pain cave studio, seems like thousands of you have seen the like quick comparison video I did of the Epson CHFO2 projector, the white one that I did unboxing of, a bunch of shorts of, with like, you know, showing Bucks up on the wall, because like, go Bucks. They're doing great this season too. Mostly because like Giannis and Dame are like, they're just like really getting into rhythm. It's just fantastic. Which is, you know, evident if when like neither of them played the other night and they just got completely smoked. But this is the Epson EF11 Laser 3 LCD projector. So it's a little mini guy. It's like this big, and yeah, it still gets pretty bright. I think it's like 3,000 lumens, as where the one downstairs, which is a traditional bulb, is 4,000 lumens max brightness. But yeah, great color accuracy. It's 1080p, so like you do see pixels when like I'm projecting like a 120-inch screen that I'm using for Zwift. And then also like we'll put podcasts and stuff on, or like really like listen to Simon Whistler stuff, like mega projects, side projects, and so like he'll be up on the screen and I'll be listening to it, but that way it doesn't, you know, my work laptop doesn't get taxed from running YouTube videos, but it doesn't really put off a ton of heat, because like this is still pretty cool. But the exhaust point's right here. It's just not perfectly ideal, but like you don't even notice it. It doesn't really get hot. Like to the touch, it's definitely warm, but yeah. All right, we're just gonna go straight to 16 because we're starting to hit hills here. There we go. All right. There we go. And we'll use the brakes. But yeah, so it's a nice little setup that I've got here. I know I'm very lucky for even with apartment space to be able to have enough space to be able to run a home office here for work, have my own like studio set up for unboxings, YouTube stuff, be able to set this up, which like this is just running off of the JLab Epic Cam, which I reviewed previously. It's on my channel. I think it's down in the description too, if you want to check it out. I really like it. It switches back and forth between this tripod to shoot these live streams, and when I'm not doing a live stream, I put it over on my my other computer, and it just like sticks right on top. I don't even have to take the quick release plate off the bottom. And then of course, if I want privacy, I just move it and point it upward, so it doesn't have a privacy shield like the Logitech 920 that I use for work. But yeah, it's a nice setup. Gets a little hot when it's bright out, but like substantially better since our apartment complex replaced the UV film treatment on the windows, and it's like dropped the temperatures like 15 degrees in here. Previously, we'd get like well in excess of 80 degrees during the day, even when it's cold in winter. Now it like hottest of hot days in summer, it might get in like mid 70s. But yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna see if here we go. Cool. All right, so 5-second max power for this ride was only 547 watts, which is still not bad. 273 for a minute. What do for average here? 151. Okay. Average heart rate, not bad either. Yeah, definitely pushing up there. Not a recovery ride. Looks like I'm like halfway through Italy. I don't know. I think my first one was like the California coast. But yeah. So let's see what we've got here for our garage. Ooh, new frames, new headgear. Wonder what happened down there. I'll find out soon. I don't pick around too much in the gear garage. But let's see if it did. Switch over controls. So like this is nice where you can see that. Volume, tone of music off, because we don't want to get a copyright strike. Display scale, no, that's good. Duh, clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so no, it's still the Tacx power. Yeah, I don't know, must have just dropped out. It happens. Not too worried about it, but yeah, we will see how many pieces of pizza I get. 2.1, so 595 calories. Felt like it was going to be more than that, but ultimately it's not too bad. Let's see if I got the scene thing working now. Yay, 3-week streak. Hey. No. That's fine. So, yeah, I'm done. We'll do this transition-y thingy here. Yeah, so anyways. I've got a really great little setup here. Multiple fans. I've got them all set up through like Wemo smart plugs, so I can turn fans on and off at will. So like this is the big fan, and then I've also got a blower fan running too. So it gets pretty loud, but also it's like, oh, now it's nice and chilly. Um, Turn that off. It also uses like 200 plus watts per hour, and the big fan's on its smallest setting. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me today on this ride. We did the Knickerbocker loop in New York City on Zwift, and yeah, I'm still trying to make these like a regular, at least preferably on Saturdays, but yesterday I was working because we're busy. It's the life of an accountant. Get pretty busy around this time. Luckily, though, being in industry, it's not too bad at all. Definitely not like public accounting hours, but year-end close is still pretty brutal. Definitely by no means as brutal as that. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this. It's just kind of a nice thing to try and stay fit, stay healthy, try and manage belly growth. Preferably, it will shrink as workouts kind of continue. Eventually, probably pretty soon, I've got to start actually doing brick workouts where like I'll finish up here and then go for a run, or go for a run, then come back and go for a ride. You do have to be a little bit careful when it's cold, but yeah. So anyways, I'll try and put anything we talked about today down the description down below. I'll try and schedule another one at least for next weekend and try and stick to it. Thanks so much for joining today. Hit like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're not already. Go check out some more of my videos. I really appreciate it. Anything that you purchase using like links down below, I do get a small commission off those, but it goes right back into doing things for the channel, whether it's like audio upgrades, different bibs stuff to review, lighting upgrades, that kind of stuff. Lighting today, aside from like this guy behind me, which is a Philips Hue Play, my GVM 10-inch key lights, I think they are. But yeah, they look great. They don't just like flash light directly at you, but also like give you a nice, pretty even lighting. I'm sure I could have turned them up or down a little bit and really tweaked it, but I also didn't want to drown out my projector here. So yeah, anyways, thanks for popping in, and hope you have a great rest of your day. See if these buttons work.